Hey there, it's Kathy with Be Creative with Kathy, and I'm trying to go, which I don't know why I should bother. Yeah, there, I think I see. Okay, so it's Kathy with Be Creative with Kathy. This is the third and final card I think that I'm going to share with you for my swaps that I did for OnStage. Yeah, so far so good. Okay, anyway. So it looks like this, right? That's what I'm going to make for you today. I'll show you how to use it. I used the link together. Boy, I tell you, I'm trying something new, and I have my iPad right here so I can see comments. But now I have a bunch of stuff going on, so we'll see if I can do it and answer comments. But if you leave a comment, I'll try to answer your questions or say, hey, I'd love to see who's watching. But back to what I was saying. So I used the link together. Here's the stamp set that goes with it. The dies look like this. So it has all those little flowers in the die, the little greenery in die, even the stitched oval is in there. And then it has some other dies that I'll use again very soon, because this was like one of my favorites. When I got this bundle, I started playing with it right away, and it really worked. Now, so I did So Happy for You on my swaps, but I don't need any more cards like that. I need more birthday cards, so I'm going to bring this Unbound Love and do this Happy Birthday on the card that I make today. Yay! Oh, the other part of this bundle is the masks. And these masks, which you've probably heard me say, I love to use masks that come with this bundle. So we're going to use this mask right here, too. Okay. Ta-da! Okay. If I tell you measurements wrong today, because I made this, I cut the paper and everything a long time ago, go to my gallery, becreativewithkathy.com, and all the measurements and list of supplies that I'm going to use today is on there, and that's easier to see with the right measurements. Now you have to wait till the video's over and I post it to YouTube and I go to my gallery and make it public, because right now I believe it's private, so give me a few minutes after the video. But let's start with the masking with this piece here. And I start with a piece of basic white. Here's all my little pieces and parts. Right, so here's a little piece of basic white that's going to layer onto a piece of Pretty in Pink. We're going to start right here. I like to use these things here. Now, we don't have these on Stampin' Up's online store, but it's like a sticky mat. And I like to take my paper and stick it to my sticky mat, and that way it doesn't move when I start to mask. And then I'm going to take mask, and it's mask number 1, and I'm going to put this at the top. Now when I cut my paper, I made sure it was small enough to fit right there inside the mask. And I'm going to try to get it straight in there, but see how my paper fits inside my mask? And then when you press that down, this sticky clear thing here really holds onto your mask so it won't move as you do your paper. Now, when I did a bunch of these, I put some Post-it tape here, and then I just lift up the mask like this, and then slipped another piece of paper in there. But since we're only doing one today, I'm not going to bother with that stuff. I'm going to use a blender brush and some Pretty in Pink ink. Ooh, that's fun to say. Okay. So here we go. Did you see this? Look here too. A friend of mine, Mary McCannon, gave me these for Christmas, and it marks my blending brush, so now I know this is a pink one. Usually Pretty in Pink. But so I like to take my blending brush, pick up the ink on my ink pad, and then I go here into the lid of my ink pad, and then that kind of softens the blow. That's what I'm going to call it, on my blending brush. So when I go to my paper, you don't get that big blotchy kind of. When you normally, sometimes when you start fresh with your blending brush, you have that nice blotchy, icky color on your paper. And if you go to your ink pad, ink lid, and then to your paper, it doesn't. Now you can see I'm not perfect. I'm not going to get it perfect. I really, on this card, don't want it perfect. I kind of liked how it looked, lighter in some places, darker in others. I'm going to turn this around so I can go this route and just get a bunch of ink on there, and it doesn't take long. And look how pretty that is. And then just like that, we have a pretty lattice pattern on our cardstock. So we take this off. Now I would take this over to the sink and just rinse it in warm water, and I'll do that later, and it comes clean. Okay, Take our paper off of there, and look how pretty, just like that, all inked up. Okay, let's go ahead and take this and attach it to that pretty and pink layer. Since I've cut everything out, this should go pretty fast. I'm going to lay it right here. Should be a nice 1/4 of an inch border all the way around. Looks pretty good. Okay, and then I have just a piece of thick basic white. It's a 1/2 sheet of cardstock, so 8.5 by 5.5. I scored it at 4 1/4, and then when you fold it, you have just your basic card layer. Now I'm going to make sure that it looks good on this side. Oh, look, I did pretty good. It doesn't have one, you know, you get those flaps sticking out, but it doesn't. I'm going to go ahead with some dimensionals, and I set them out here where I could find them. Ha ha. Here we go. And I'm going to just put that on with a few dimensionals. And look how pretty. So far, so good. Yeah? Okay. Let's go ahead and stamp. Like I said, this is one of those oval, a stitched oval. Hang on, it has something stuck on there. I get that off. From the die set. And I'm going to stamp on there using the Berry Burst, which coordinates with those little flowers that I die cut out of the Berry Burst glimmer paper. It's a 3-pack. Berry Burst, Old Olive, and white. Really pretty glimmer paper. You gotta love your glimmer paper. So I'm going to take that happy birthday and just stamp it here in the center. I'm going to practice once on a piece of scratch paper. Oh, yeah, I could have just went straight there. Okay, it's good. Let's go. So I'm going to kind of go toward the right a little bit so that when my flowers go onto my oval, they'll have a little bit of room there on the side, like that. Pretty. Okay. Now it's time. I'm going to go ahead and just put this right on my card using some more dimensionals. And I guess it looks good. About right there. Okay. Now, to put my greenery on there, right, which I've cut out that die set too with some Granny Apple Green, I want it to go from the paper on up to my label. So what I'm going to do is first I'm going to take a dimensional, and I'm going to set a dimensional right here on my cardstock by my oval. And then on this piece, I'm going to take some liquid glue with my fine tip and just, do you see it fling? There we go. Just at the top of my leaf. And I took my glue, my little glue thing with me to OnStage, so he is like happy. He's like, let's glue, man. He's coming out fast. But I'm going to take this and set the top of the leaf toward the top of my card, and then place the bottom of the leaf, or greenery, whatever this is called, right there on that dimensional. So then that way it looks like he's kind of going up onto the greeting there. Now with this one, I'm going to set him, whoops, he's going to go this way. So I'm going to just put some liquid glue like on the end and this side of the leaves, because I don't want any glue on the side that's not going to stick. And I just did the wrong place, didn't I? Oh well, put a little bit of glue like this. Now I said he was happy, and now he's not. Nothing's coming out. Come on, glue. There he goes. Just a little bit here. Then I'm going to take the bottom of my stem here, and I'm going to put it on that same dimensional so that it kind of sticks there too. It might not stick. We're going to cover them up with the flower. So then it looks something like that. Okay, now I want to cover up that dimensional. So because I have a bunch of green around them, I'm just going to take a little bit of liquid glue onto that dimensional and then take one of these little flowers. It's kind of nice because the die set cuts out 4 of these little flowers. Now really we're only going to use 3 of them on this card, but it's nice that you can run it through once and get all 3 flowers out. And then you can see by my sample card, I'm going to put a couple other flowers on there. A little bit of glue, and put this one maybe right, whoop, wrong, stuck to my finger. Okay, and then this one we're going to put down here. And I'm not even worried about taking the centers out of those little flowers. We're going to cover those up with a pearl. Stick this one right there. And look how pretty. There, just like that, our card's almost done, but like I said, we need to add a center to our flower. So I'm going to use, let me cover up my dimensionals here, because they're going to stick everywhere if I don't. There we go. Let's find, I set that out too, and of course now I covered it up with other stuff. Here's my, these are those iridescent pearls, and these big ones down here. Use my take a pick tool here to pick those up, and then just set they cover the center of those flowers. I'm going to press down because it's glimmer paper, make sure it's nice and adhered to my flower. But like I was saying, these larger of those pearls fit in the center of that flower nicely. And there you go. Just like that, nice and simple. I think that everybody that I swapped with at OnStage, it was an organized swap and after hours event, but I think everybody really liked my swap and was really happy to get it. So there you go, just like that. So if you give masking a try, now if anybody made a comment, I totally missed them. I am not good at watching for comments and making cards at the same time, but I'll go back after the video and answer if you had any questions. Again, if you want to see the measurements or all the supplies that I used, you need to go to my gallery, becreativewithkathy.com, and I'll go right now and download my video, update my gallery so you can see it too. Thanks for watching. And oh, I have so many swaps to share with you, so I'm going to try this week to do a video with just the swaps that I got back, and then maybe some more swapping or showing of swaps next Monday at 1:30. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.